All right. Welcome, kids. Welcome, Bay Area besties. Flip the switch. Welcome, YouTubers. We got worldwide, we got local. My name is Greg. I've got a cat. I do yoga. I golf on Thursdays. It's my day off, and I'm usually super smoked after that. So let's do some yoga together. If you're brand new, no explanation. Just watch and see if you like it and do it, and then you'll know. Shoulders, one, two. We're simulcasting out of Concord, California, East Bay. 6, 7, 8. We definitely cater to yogis 40 years and older, people trying to get back in their body, people who want to feel good inside of their skin again. 4. So this sequence is really designed to be accessible for virtually everyone, even if you're confined to a chair. 7, 8. Good job. Can you bring your arms up? Behind your back, up your back, and out. These movements are called joint juice. They're designed just to get the joints lively, unstuck, moving again, breath, circulation going. It really works like a charm. You don't have to be a contortionist or a circus performer. If you are, welcome to class. 7, and here comes 8. Good job. All right, the neck, shoulders, and head. 1. We lead off with this for every class for 26 years now. 3, 4. If you've been doing yoga for 26 minutes, welcome aboard. What matters is that you start. 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. If you got a stiff, crabby neck, just little movements, you got to start somewhere. You can't just give up. If you give up and stop moving and just say screw it, it's guaranteed that things will get worse. This gives you a chance for things to get better. At least you're eligible. 6, 7, 8. Good job. Now, one thing I highly recommend as a longtime yoga aficionado are my blocks. If you don't have them, go on Amazon, get a set. Get bigger ones. Don't get the little dinky ones. They're just crap. They don't help at all. Get ones that are at least 8 by 4 by 5, big chunky blocks. Because then, if you're tight and you can't lean forward at all, sometimes you might be able to do this. And now we do a relaxing version of a forward fold. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I can easily come all the way down, but the Thursday class is very much for taking some time. This is yin yoga. If you can't come down that far, come to where you can. Pause there, breathe in, feel your feels, and let yoga work its magic on you. On Monday, we do very frisky yoga, standing, jumping, stretching, bending, squatting. Thursday is gentle. Okay, come on up. If you're brand new and very stiff and can only lean forward a little bit, again, you got to do what you can do. Switch around the cross of your legs. My Bay Area friends, they're bendy. They like to come all the way down. They use blocks to moderate a little bit. But wherever you are, just join in, get involved, get in the game. Relax your shoulders. Stop thinking. Stop reacting. Just be. All is well. Good, my friends. Come on up. Boy, I'm feeling better. Had a rough round of golf today. Yoga calms me down. Now, if you are very open in your wrists, arms out, thumbs to the outside, lean forward into your hands. I know many friends around the world, if you're not watching soccer right now, you can't get your hands in front. If that's the case, get your hands behind you with your thumbs on the outside and lean back into your hands. Same thing, that or that. It's super critical to keep the hands and the forearms flexible and resilient. You see a lot of people in their 50s and 60s and 70s, and their hands they're not even really operational. They're like claws or something, and it's not good. That does not have to happen. Just do this kind of stuff. If you're new, you'll get used to these sensations. You'll start to really appreciate them. Drop your chin, relax the back of your neck. All right, little of that one goes a long way, doesn't it? Now, the counter to that stretch is sort of unusual. If you can bring your feet together like this, that's great. If you can't, this will be fine. But this will just open up the hips and the knees and the groins. Arms out, go internal, external, in, just nature's natural movements of your arms. Simple unless you don't do it. Then the body freezes up and congeals. Now, all the in, behind my back, up my back. Try to get the back of your hands inside of your armpits. It stretches your wrists the other way. I understand if you can't, you're still stretching your wrists the other way. After a while, they'll get in there. This will stimulate nerves in your armpits. Then after a while, you'll be able to get your elbows inside your knees. And I've got friends who can squeeze their knees together. You do you, I'll do me. All right. Now the antidote for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. This is all anti-arthritis, anti-rheumatism, anti-bursitis, anti-itis stuff. 6, 7, 8. I just entered my 70th year of life, and except for 3 or 4 holes today, the body is really working great. Golf, that is. Good. Now just wag your hands up and down. Really tight and sore. Little baby movements. Fast, a little faster, but not too much. Good. Cup your hands at your heart. Close your eyes. You could even pray if you wanted to. How about pray for world peace? The world needs every prayer. Good. Now we've gone through most of the body, but here's a good thing for your feet. Left leg out. Now, if you can't get your right ankle over your knee, God bless you. Just keep coming back. We'll get it in another way when we're standing. If you can do this, fine. If this one folds under, you got to have pretty open hips. But all I want to do is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. This is really self-care. You got to be patient, kind, and loving with your beautiful, hardworking body. 6. All right. I'll just do this version tonight. This is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if this is all you did, if you just left and went to watch soccer or something, you would have done your body a great service. Now we're going to move into like some yin and restorative to make the experience even all the more powerful. First, we're going to chant Om. Big inhale. Om. Peace be still. All is well. Everything is always working out for us. Okay, now I'm going to get another yoga prop. These are 2 yoga blankets. I'm not going to use them right now, but I'm going for my yoga bolster. A yoga bolster is a large yoga pillow, you might say. I found that the back cushion of couches work really well. 2 or 3 blankets works good, regular pillows. But the reason I'm using this is we're going to do a restorative pose. You'll note I'm on a blue cushion to protect my knees. My knees go out wide. I bring this in about underneath my belly button. Now this is restorative yoga, 2 minutes. Now I can move the bolster out of the way and go completely flat. That's not the goal tonight. The goal tonight is relaxing, peaceful, quiet, extended time in yoga poses. Going on one ear or the other is good. Relax. You can fall asleep if you want. I'll wake you up. Okay, I'm going to go over to my other ear in this very sumptuous pose. Okay, my friends. Now I'm coming up from this. You may not be able to do this if you're new. So oftentimes if you put a big blanket or block or cushion underneath your booty, you can kneel and just sink your hips down. Now, if you're over 50 or 60, kneeling with a deep knee crease and your butt dropping, that may not be within your purview anymore. If it's not, just skip any of these movements. But if you're kind of on the edge and you lift your booty and you're on a softer surface, you'll find that all this tissue will begin to open up and you can do the stuff that maybe seems like it's off limits. So just kneeling for a few moments, leaning back for a few moments, hands behind you if you can. A more vigorous movement, lift your butt up, stretch the front of your body, which most people never, ever, ever, ever stretch. Good, then sink down. Now I'm bringing the bolster out. We'll use it again in a couple minutes. Okay, I got a real good sequence for you. Cats and cows. That's just spinal extensions and flexions. Good for everybody. Even if your movement is small, it's something, and it means you're doing your part. If you don't do your part, we can't expect anything. The ratio is 1 part us and infinite part God love source, up and down. Okay, now here's the sequence we do every Thursday. It keeps us lively and frisky. If you're brand new and can't do it, you can do parts of it. But I'm just going to crawl forward, fold my toes under, and the most important of all poses, Malasana. If you can't do it, lay on your back, draw both knees into your chest with a blanket underneath your neck and one underneath your butt. That's called squatting on your back. We're designed to squat for our live-long life. Most of the people in the Eastern Hemisphere of the world can squat to eat or to play chess or to do a host of other things. But it's terrific what it does for your entire body. Now, if you're over 50, if you can squat and then just sit softly down on your butt and then stretch your legs out, that's a great movement. That's a bit of a challenge for me. Now my hands are behind me, feet in, lift up. This is a sequence that gets our entire body throughout a whole chain of movement. It's all designed to work together. Good, now sink down, stretch your legs out, sit up as tall as you can, sit forward, push your legs down, toes in, arms up, chest forward, shoulders relaxed, chin level, toes spread, big happy. Good, release that. See how this is a sequence? Bring your feet in as far as you can. Can you lift up a little bit? Can you start to push your hips forward, knees forward out over your feet? That's a great movement. For me, it's a challenge. I get to about here and my toes say, let's don't do this. So actually it bothers me and hurts me to go over my toes. I don't like it very much. I can do it once or twice. Then I turn my feet over to cool them off. And then I hands behind and then I lift up my butt. And this stretches my tight quadriceps. And then we sink down. And then we bring our hands forward. And then that nice little vinyasa concludes with some cats and some cows. Now here's, all my Bay Area friends know this sequence. If you're brand new, follow along. I'm on all fours. I'm just coming down to my left elbow, which turns me toward my camera over to the right. And if you're on a soft surface, can you come down to your shoulder and your ear, your left ear? This is a twist and a forward fold. This is a restorative pose. If you can't get that low, stay on your left elbow with your right hand supporting. This is fine. You got to start somewhere. You got to do something. If you get down here, great. twist, shoulder release, forward fold, inversion, neck stretch, upper back release. Now I'm just throwing in this next thing for some of my friends in the Bay Area. If you want, you can just lift up your right leg. And now it's a balance thing, but you're on a cushion and you bring your right arm up, and now it's strength and balance and flexibility and extension and fun. And then grab your foot. That's a challenge for me. I will admit it, but I love a challenge. I like meeting challenges. Sometimes challenges kick my ass and discourage me, but that's when you build character. Everybody's going to eat crap sometimes. Good, release it and come out. Now, if you're brand new and you just did the forward fold, that was good. I'm proud of you. Cats and cows for everybody. I'm turning around like a dog to show the other side. Pretty simple. Cats and cows. Newbies, right elbow. This is a good pose. Elbows, knees, hands. Right shoulder, right ear if you can. Don't lift up yet. Just let this one soak in and soak up. Okay, Bay Area friends, left leg up if you want, especially on this blue cushion. Really makes you find your balance. Left arm up, really good for you, gets everything. Grab your foot, lift it up, stretching the whole front left kinesthetic chain of your body, and balance and strength, determination, focus, concentration, release. Come out. Ups and downs. Good, my friends. All right. Good stuff. Getting healthier, younger, and stronger all the time. Now, a lot of my Bay Area friends don't have to do this, but I do, just based on how my guy body is shaped. But I put 2 blocks back here, and I get a big cushion, and I angle it like that. I'll show you why in a minute. When I'm sore after a round of golf, sometimes I'll even build this up higher. And if I'm really sore after getting bogeys on the last holes and shooting a great round prior to that, I will put something there for my head. Now what, you ask? My Bay Area friends know what's coming, but if you're brand new, Crispy in Cleveland or Tide in Tennessee, we have 1,300 subscribers now. Please like and subscribe. Now, I'm backing up to this thing. It seems like I'm going to lean back on it, doesn't it? If my legs were just crossed, I could do that. That'd be a perfectly good pose. But I want to add some challenge to it. So I bring my feet together, and this is the key part. This is the fountain of youth part. My right knee and my right shin are folded with my right shin under, my right hip dropping, my left knee out to the side. Most adults, regular, normal, garden variety adults, over 50 years old, can't really sit like this anymore. If you can do this, you're ahead of the game. Where you really get ahead of the game is if you can't lean back all the way, don't do it. Just stay on your hands. But if you build up an edifice like this, that's just right for me. Releasing all ankle, knee, hip flexor, chest, pec, shoulders relaxing, head supported. Now this is a yin/restorative, about 1.5 minutes. but you have to be determined and patient enough to find where you fit. Your body will settle into this. It will melt into the gaps. If you like to stretch your left leg out, if you like to bring your arms back over your head, if you're bendier, good for you. This is a very inclusive group. I'm really happy I can fold a knee and a shin under and still lean back. That's a good posture for most of us over 50 years old. Okay, now as we come out, we do a very well-known counter pose. It's crucial. Hands behind and lift up. This is half a camel pose, and boy, it's really good for those of us who've been in our bodies for a while. Good, sink out of that. Drag your right leg out. Stretch them both out in front of you. Wiggle them out. Good job. Now, bring your feet in as you can. Remember, if you just can look at this. My legs are crossed. I'm leaning back in restorative crossed legs, reclining pose. It's fine. Otherwise, right knee out to the side, left knee, left shin curls under like a little kid. I call that little kid pose because you see kids do that all the time. Now, I'm kind of cattywampus. My left hip is lifted, so I let it sink. My hands are behind. This side's a little tighter for me. I really take my time. I'll get in it. I just got to give myself time. I'm not 10 years old anymore. Back I go, head supported. And I like to give myself and my friends about 2 minutes. If you fatigue, simply come out of the pose. If you're really good at it, this one really suits your anatomy, great. If you like to extend your right leg out, if your arms go back over your head, if you're laying flat on your back, that's a full Supta Ardha Virasana, which is an advanced yoga posture for people that are consistent practitioners, usually much younger. I'm trying to find the place where those of us over 40, 45 can really take advantage of these beautiful postures and prayers. Good. Now, as we rise up, we always throw in the counter stretch, which really doubles your effort. So hands are behind and the real thrusting of the hips up and sink down. Excellent. Drag the leg out. Very nice. Now I'm scooching back around to face you. Now, one of the great benefits of doing yoga on one of these blue cushions or going into your bedroom and using the bed, by all means, I've been recommending that for a long time, is the benefit of an on our back twist, which is probably the most important thing for those of us older than 40, 50, maybe into our 60s. Some of my good friends, 80s and 90s, several. Now I'm rolling up a blanket. Anytime you do a twist on your back, you always support your neck. So that's a pretty big burrito right there. See that? I don't need this other stuff right now. This one's simple, but it's profound. I lay on my back, supine. Now, if you're going to twist, you got to have the blanket underneath your neck. Your spine gets shorter when you twist. If your neck's not supported, it'll make your life worse rather than better. So all I do, I bring my right knee in. Can you grab your right knee? If you're tight, you can't. You could just kind of grab down here, grab over the top, extend your left leg out. Just take your right hip around, right knee around, open up your hip. Other way, I've been teaching yoga since the turn of the century, and I'm teaching primarily to people over 40 to get into their body and feel good again. If you're 20 and watching, good for you, man. There's a time and a place. Now, here's the key. My right knee is in as far as I can get it. My left leg is out. I just take my right knee and I swing it down and over. Now, I've got this big pillow right here. Say I wasn't very flexible. You could put your right knee on top of a pillow, head supported, and barely opening up your torso to the right with your right hand on your right hip. See, to get your knee all the way down, you got to be bendier. Your hips have got to release against your torso. To get your right arm up, to pin your knee down and open up all the way to the right, that's more like a 20-something or a 30-something pose. So you can have a cushion underneath here. You can barely turn to the right. For me, I get my knee down. I take time. I let my right shoulder, right elbow release. We give ourselves 2 minutes. It's important to keep this knee in toward your body. You don't want it straying forward, but I understand if that's the case, if you're brand new. The more it comes in, the more dynamic you're getting between your upper body and your lower body. Now just relax, breathe, melt into the pose like a ice cream cone on a hot day. See what happens after 2 minutes? Your body really, really surrenders. It lets go. That's when you really, really soak up the benefits. I got my whole right shoulder down now, my right elbow, My neck is supported. My breath is slowing. It's really good for us. Okay, my friends, exhale all the air out. Inhale the knee back up. Now, just for the sake of principles, I'm going to kind of slide over to the left side of my mat if you're using one, moving my blanket over, right leg extended out. Maybe I can only barely grab my left hamstring, maybe over the top. Circulate it around, get some circulation, some movement, some lubrication in your hip. This is why some people in their 90s are still fun and frisky. They move quickly. They're subtle and clever in their body, and other people are just wiped because they didn't circulate it. They didn't keep it moving. You don't have to do this perfect. You just got to do it. Good. Now my knee is hugged in. My right leg is out. My head is supported. I take my right hand on the outside of my left knee. I shift it over. I can put a big pillow over here on my right side. My knee will come all the way down. My head turns. I make sure my neck is aligned with my spine. My head is not hanging because it's supported. I start with my left hand on my left hip. I let my torso melt open to the left for at least a minute. Left hand comes down, left elbow, left shoulder almost. Slow, steady breathing, really emphasizing a full and thorough exhalation. Okay, good job. Really big inhale. Exhale, let it go. So you just made yourself more supple, flexible, and bendier. Inhale the left knee up. Good. Now I'm shifting my booty over to the right. Now, just to relieve the lower back with my neck really supported. Maybe I'm really tight in Tennessee. My knees will only come into here. I can't even grab over the top. I grab underneath. And this is why doing this on a cushion or your bed, it'll really let your hips and your shoulders sink. It's really important to have your shoulders, hips, and neck supported. If you're bendier, little kids, their knees come in all the way. Babies, their knees go all the way down. And then for my Bay Area friends, we've always done this called Happy Baby, but I really recommend not doing it unless you're on a soft surface, you're familiar with it, and you got a lot of support underneath your hips and your shoulders. Your chin can drop. Your neck is long. And if you do this for a minute or two, it's far more than just superficial. Deep into the hips, the groins, the flexors, the hamstrings, deep in really releasing the lower back, shoulders, letting the spine find its natural curves. Again, there's 50 variations of this. The deepest variation is both feet behind your head. I used to see my teacher do that all the time. I could never get both feet. I could get one foot behind my head. I could do it right now if I had to, but I just really like golfing and playing the drums and going on walks. I don't need to dislocate my hips. Good. Now, can you just bring your legs up? Do you have the strength and the flexibility just to hold your legs straight up, especially on a softer surface? The legs will want to kind of collapse. The knees will bend. The core will give out. So we want to be strong. Not for long, just for a few moments. It's an inversion. It's really good for you. Now, everybody in the world except for one lady has to do Shavasana. Shavasana is putting a blanket, a bolster, or a couple pillows underneath your knees. My neck is already supported, and the ancient yogis said after a long day golfing, 14 great holes, 4 miserable holes, that we got 5 minutes of corpse or Shavasana pose, and I need it. So I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to time it. And if you're brand new, it is literally laying on your back, neck and knees supported, closing your eyes, and taking a load off. Enjoy, relax. You did the work. I give you permission to relax really deeply. Get some rest. Regenerate. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Well, that was a long Shavasana. Start to breathe back toward your body. I think I drifted off. Wiggle your fingers and toes, curl onto your side. I think we needed it. Okay, and after that wonderful escapade, we'll sit up, feeling better, feeling springier, livelier, more hopeful, more ready for what adventure comes, hands to the heart. Grateful to be doing yoga with friends, all in the one. All together we say, Namaste. Now, you new friends watching on YouTube around the world, go ahead and smash that like button. That's what they say to do. Smash that thing and grow yoga around the planet. It's good for you. It's good for everybody. Thanks, YouTubers. Got a couple of Bay Area besties here.